Hey, Kyle here from Ecology. In this video, I want to talk about how to build a sit spot ritual and how to practice sit spot meditation. So a sit spot ritual is basically choosing a spot that really makes you feel alive and a spot that's close to where you live that you can go to regularly. Ideally every day, but if you can go a couple times a week, that's good as well. So it could be in your backyard, just observing the birds and the plants and the grass and the trees in your backyard. It could be in a local park, and it could be in a forest. If you have a forest nearby, you can go to as well. So I like to be in the forest. Right now, I'm in a place called Cliff Forest. It's up along the Niagara Escarpment in Ontario, Canada. And I bike up here every morning and I do my sit spot meditation. And the beauty of a sit spot meditation is it changes your relationship to the land and the nature where you live, because you start to experience it in all different times of day. So you can come to your sit spot in the morning. Ideally, you want to do it in a ritual. So you have like a trigger every day. Like you get up, you have breakfast, you go to your sit spot, or you put it after your lunch or in the evening. A time that works for your schedule. Ideally, doing it every day is the best thing to do, because with meditation, the more consistent it is, the more benefits there are for stress reduction and anxiety reduction and just feeling more relaxed and carefree and focused and all these good things that we want. So choose a time of the day. You can do it every day or at least regularly. And then also mix it up. Come at different times. When you have time available, come to see the sunset at your sit spot or the sunrise. Come when it's snowing, if you're a place where it snows. Come when it's warm, when it's cold, when the sky is overcast, when it's raining, when it's beautiful, bright bluebird sky. So you want to mix it up and really develop this relationship with this single place that inspires you. Okay? And a sit spot ritual is very powerful because when you sit and you immerse yourself in your senses, in the aliveness and the presence in your body, it also sparks wonder and childlike curiosity, where you want to learn more about what are these bird songs you're hearing, right? And there's an app for that, right? To identify bird songs. And you want to identify these trees you're seeing and plants you're seeing. Well, there's an app for that. So what I do with the sit spot is I'll spend 10 to 20 minutes just being present, meditating, observing. Then afterward, the things that I caught my curiosity, I'll document them. So I'll do a quick little journal for about 5 minutes. And I'll say, okay, they keep hearing this bird song. I'm going to identify what actual song it is. And bird songs are a really good way to go deep into meditation, because birds are like this natural harmonic sound when they sing that just relaxes us, especially when we tune into them. So a sit spot ritual, ideally you want to have a trigger, you want to have your routine, and you want to have a reward after, which is like just feeling good and present and maybe documenting how you felt and what you saw. And the trigger should be something that's the same every day. So if you get up and you have a shower, then you go do your sit spot ritual. Or if you find you're tired in the afternoon, leave the office after lunch and spend 20 minutes in a park, just meditating, being present. And you can do it in a city park. Nature is everywhere. It doesn't really matter where you do it, as long as it's a place that inspires you. A little awe, inspiration helps. But really the place that's most convenient and close to you is probably the best to get started. And then you can do kind of longer sit spots, when you go up into the forest or in the mountains, that kind of thing. So now I want to guide you through how to practice sit spot meditation and how to expand first the aliveness and presence in your body, and then how to expand your 5 senses. And then I'm going to show you how to merge your senses together to create a more holistic, immersive awareness, which is a very, very powerful way to rest and feel present and really feel connected and alive. So you can close your eyes. You can do this with your eyes open. If you're watching this at home, I recommend closing your eyes and visualizing this process, because research shows visualization can be almost as powerful as a real thing. And when you just hear something, especially like a guided experience like this, it's not the same as actually flowing with it and visualizing it. So I recommend closing your eyes if you're at home, visualizing this, and then when you're at your sit spot, then you can do it with your eyes open and really explore more, okay? Unless you want to just explore where you are inside your inner sanctuary too, that's fine. Okay, so eyes closed or eyes open, whatever you prefer. And if your eyes are closed, you can visualize the sight part. And there's a difference between when the eyes are open and the eyes are closed, because the sense of sight tends to dominate the sensory input. But they say it's about 80% of what we take in is through the eyes. So when you close your eyes, you're more able to tune into senses of smell and touch of your body against the air, and what you're hearing, and this inner awareness of this inner presence. So both can be done back and forth. I tend to mix them up even within the same sit spot ritual. Okay, so let's start off with sight. Just be aware of what you're seeing around you. The color of the sky, the depth of the sky, how far up it goes. Almost like an infinite sky. Notice the trees, the structure of the trees, how they grow upwards to the sun, how they branch off into smaller and smaller branches and then leaves and needles. Notice the ground, the leaves on the ground, the color of the soil. Notice the living creatures around you. Flies, bugs, butterflies, hummingbirds, birds, maybe some animals if you're fortunate, maybe people going about their day. Just notice what you're seeing around you. And now let's explore expanding your sense of sight. Look to the left, see how far you can look to the left without actually moving your head. And your peripheral vision. Then to your right, taking in more of your visual landscape here. Then look up without moving your head. See how much you can see above you without moving your body or your head. And then down. Just notice the ground. And just sit in presence, mindfully observing this subtle beauty of nature all around you. And now I want you to bring your awareness to what you're hearing. The sound waves flowing around you from the distance, from nearby. Sounds of civilization in the distance. The sounds of birds, the sound of the breeze rustling through the leaves and the trees. See if you can expand your sense of hearing way into the distance. What's the furthest sound you can hear? Just notice that. Faraway sounds. And then notice, what do you hear close by? Now your sense of smell. Can you smell the soil where you are? The grass? Trees? Smell that smell of nature, that rich, loamy scent that soil gives off, particularly after the rain. Is there any fragrances on the breeze? See if you can notice more closely as you breathe in through your nose. See if you can notice the richness of what the smells are on the air you're breathing in. Just really tune into that as you breathe through your nose, in and out. Maybe just smelling the fresh, clean air. And now notice what you're tasting. How does your mouth taste right now? Your tongue, Run it around the top of your mouth, along your teeth. How does your mouth taste in the absence of food? Maybe you're thirsty. Just notice that. And see if you can notice your whole mouth. Expand your senses to just taste the whole mouth. Feel the sensations of taste all along your tongue. And now I want you to explore your sense of touch. How your skin is touching the world around you. Your skin's the largest organ in your body. And there's fine pores that are sensing the world around you at all times. Notice how your skin's sensing the temperature of the air, how it changes as the air flows over your skin. Notice how it senses light on the skin, how it senses weight, your clothes resting on your skin, how your feet feel pressed against the earth, rooted in the soil, present. So try to now expand your sense of touch, where your whole body and all your skin is touching the world around you. Your whole body is holistically present, united, and touching the air around you, the environment you're in. And now I want to explore immersive awareness. So normally when the mind is thinking, we reduce things to their parts. And we reduce things to subjects and things and objects, right? We are the subject and we reduce things to objects and things that we identify. And we try to be objective in the Western way. But it can leave us feeling very alienating and very separate from the world. So I want you to just notice now how you're feeling more present, more alive, more relaxed. Just sensing your environment holistically as a single organism that you're part of. You are you experiencing you, connected, alive, present. And just notice the holistic experience of everything around you as one experience. And now let's layer on your senses. So notice what you're seeing, and notice what you're seeing and what you're hearing. Notice what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling. Notice what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, and what you're tasting. Notice what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, what you're tasting, and what you're feeling with your skin, touching with your skin. All together, your five senses merged into this single holistic stream of awareness. Immersive awareness. A single sensory experience of holistic connection. Not labeling, not judging, not comparing. Just being fully present and mindful and aware. Now feeling all your five senses together, and notice how you're feeling in your body. The presence, the aliveness, the connection. You're part of this world. You're an integral part of this world. You're creating this world in many ways. You're part of the creative force of life. everything around you is related to you. You have kinship with everything around you. You're connected, you're rooted to everything around you. And you're alive to the sentience of nature. Everything around you is alive. And when you feel this deep aliveness in your body, you start to feel the aliveness of the world around you. And become more fully aware, more full of vitality. So just notice how you're feeling in your body, together with what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, what you're tasting, and what you're touching. One felt experience. Do you feel a sense of awe? Might be in your stomach, might be in your chest. A mild sense of awe and connection. Tune into that now. Tune into that sense of awe. The mystery and magic of life. How everything somehow is completely interconnected and works. And gives us life, this miracle of life, this gift that we can fully realize and appreciate when we're fully present to it. Amazing. The more we pay attention in a state of presence, the more we can deepen this sense of awe and spark more childlike wonder and curiosity about the world and things that touched us during this experience can lead to deeper study. You may want to learn what that tree is called and how that tree relates to its environment and how it thrives. Or that plant looks very interesting in shape. Maybe it's edible, maybe it's medicinal. Maybe it's calling you in a way. And the bird songs, what are they saying? There's different kinds of bird songs. There's alarm calls, there's mating calls. There's the dawn chorus songs birds sing, first thing in the morning. You can start to identify birds by their songs too. And the moods the birds are in. In a way, birds are like the news feed of the forest. You can learn what's going on over the hill by the birds that are resting on the high branches. So this sit spot practice. So I hope you feel more grounded now and more alive, more present. This is a great practice to really deepen your connection with nature and your understanding of your local land and ecosystem and the more than human world of other creatures. And you can do it in your backyard, you can do it in the local park. You can do longer sit spots somewhere up on a mountain or deep in the forest, weekly as a ritual too. But having a sit spot ritual every day is very powerful. Even if it's just looking out the window on a kind of cold day, you don't want to go outside, that's good too. But the more you can be in nature, the more you're going to expand your senses and this feeling of aliveness and this feeling of awe. So a backyard or a balcony, a local park, especially first thing in the morning, not many people around, it's quiet, it's peaceful. I love watching the sunrise at my sit spot. It could be for you, if you're more of a night person, could be to watch the sunset at your sit spot every night. You know, have a ritual to watch the sunset every day. In this world where we're very sedentary and we're on screens all day, it's a very powerful practice. And what I also mix in is a walking meditation after I do my sit spot, where I'll do the sit spot, I'll record some observations, and then I'll go for a 10-15 minute walk, just immersing myself in the forest, in my experience. And I mix it up. I'll do it at gardens, I'll do it at parks, I'll do it in the forest. But my morning ritual is in the forest. So I recommend doing it every day if you can, but whenever you can do it is good. And you can mix it up in different spots, but it's good to have that one place that's your refuge. That's your place where you really connect with a single spot. So I hope you enjoyed this sit spot ritual practice and meditation. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments and let me know how it made you feel. And yeah, may the forest be with you. Have a wonderful day.